A warm welcome to the International Conference on AI-Powered Technology Integration for Sustainability, AI-PTIS 2024. Now, I take the privilege to invite the guests onto the desk. Convener of our International Conference, AI-PTIS 2024, Dr. K. Jayasri. Convener, AI-PTIS 2024, and Associate Dean of Research and Development, GMR Institute of Technology, Dr. Ravindranath K. Beloved Principal of GMR Institute of Technology, Dr. CLVRSV Prasad. Esteemed Director of Education, GMR Balashya Foundation, Dr. J. Dinesh. Respected Chief Operating Officer, GMR Balashya Foundation, Sri L.M. Lakshman Murthy. Honorable Chief Guest, Chancellor, MIT University, Chhattisgarh, I invite all the dignitaries on the dais for lighting up the lamp to inaugurate today's session. I request all the audience to stand up. We shall start the program with a prayer song by Ms. Nagamani from Department of Computer Science and Engineering. I request all to kindly stand.
गणनायकाय गणदैवताय गणाध्यक्षाय धीमहि गुणशरीराय गुणमण्डिताय गुणेशानाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि
the convener of the conference, Dr. Jayashree, to give the welcome address.
Respected Chief Guest Dr. W. Sarvamurthy, Chancellor, MT University, Chhattisgarh, COO, GMRVF, Sri L.M. Lakshman Murthy Garu, Director Education, GMRVF, Dr. J. Girish Garu, beloved Principal, GMRIT, Dr. CLV RSV Prasad Garu, Associate Dean R&D, Dr. K. Ravindranath Garu, all Associate Deans, HODs, faculty members, participants, and my dear students, a very good morning to one and all. Myself, Dr. K. Jayashree, Department of Information Technology, convener of AI-PTIS-2024, welcoming you all for this prestigious event. We are privileged and honored to welcome you all to the International Conference on AI-Powered Technology Integration for Sustainability, AI-PTIS-2024, organized by GMR Institute of Technology. The primary objective of the AI-PTIS-2024 conference is to enhance and share knowledge in the area of artificial intelligence. The event provides a valuable opportunity for those interested in understanding the latest technological developments and sharing their insights. AI-PTIS 2024 provides a platform for participants to present and discuss new ideas. The conference aims to bridge the gap between researchers in academia and professionals in various industries through research presentations and keynote addresses on current AI-based technology trends in science and engineering. This reflects the growing importance of AI as a field of research and practice that contributes to better prospects for a sustainable society. We hope that participants will have ample opportunity to broaden their knowledge and network. Outside of the conference, we hope you enjoy some of the many attractions in and around our beautiful campus, GMRIT. We first express our sincere gratitude to the management, directors, sir, principals, sir, and conference committee members for spending their valuable time for organizing AI-PTIS 2024. We express our sincere thanks to all the others, reviewers, and contributors for their extraordinary efforts and unwavering belief in the excellence of this conference. We heartily welcome all researchers to participate with great enthusiasm in this event, which offers everyone immense exposure and global opportunities. Have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam. Now I request the convener of the conference and Associate Dean, Research and Development, GMR Institute of Technology, Dr. Ravindranath K., to brief the highlights of the conference.
Distinguished Chief Guest, Dr. Sarvamurthy Garu, Chancellor, MT University, Chhattisgarh. Respected Chief Operating Officer, Sri L.M. Lakshman Murthy Garu, GMR Varalakshmi Foundation. Respected Director, Education, GMR Varalakshmi Foundation, Dr. J. Girish Garu. Our beloved Dynamic Principal, GMR Institute of Technology, Dr. CLV RSV Prasad Garu. The convener of this conference, Dr. K. Jayashree Garu. Respected Associate Deans, Heads of various departments, faculty friends, participants from various places, young and energetic students, organizing committee, technical support team, and press and electronic media. A very good morning to one and all, and a warm welcome to the International Conference on AI-Powered Technology Integration for Sustainability, AI-PTIS 2024, organized by GMR Institute of Technology. It is an honor to host this prestigious event, bringing together smart people from around the globe in a hybrid mode to discuss and explore the transformative potential of artificial intelligence with science and technology to foster sustainable development. I am happy to share that we had a great response from others with a total of 276 articles submitted for the consideration of publication in the AIP conference proceedings. After a rigorous peer review process, we are pleased to announce that 126 articles have been accepted for publication. In this regard, I would like to extend my sincere thanks to our reviewers whose dedication and expertise have been instrumental in ensuring the integrity and excellence of this conference. Your endless efforts, even though behind the screen, are greatly appreciated and crucial to the success of this conference. And over the next 2 days, we have an exciting lineup of keynote lectures by our esteemed chief guest, Dr. W. Shalomurthy Garu, Professor Milind Kire from the University of North Carolina, Charlotte, and Professor Deepak Garg, Vice Chancellor, SR University, along with 3 different technical tracks, over 135 presentations. We'll hear from leading experts and who will share their insights on the latest advancements in artificial intelligence and its applications. The parallel sessions are designed to encourage interaction among the participants, allowing for meaningful connections that can lead to future collaborations and innovations. We hope this conference provides a unique platform for academics, research scholars, and industry professionals to exchange ideas and foster collaborations and inspire new research directions. I would like to take this opportunity to express my sincere gratitude to our management, Director Education, our beloved principal, and heads of various departments for their substantial support in making this conference possible. And also I would like to acknowledge the hard work and dedication of the organizing committee, review committee, production team, student coordinators, IT supporting team, and admin FMS team. Your unconditional efforts have ensured the smooth functioning of this event, and we are deeply appreciative of your contributions. As we move on this exciting journey over the next 2 days, we encourage all participants to actively participate, share your knowledge and experiences, and take full advantage of the opportunities this conference offers. Together, let's pave the way for a sustainable future powered by artificial intelligence combined with science, engineering, and technology. Thank you, and I welcome you all a fruitful and inspiring conference. Thank you one and all.
Thank you very much, sir. Now I request our beloved principal, GMR Institute of Technology, Dr. Prasad, to address the gathering.
Today's chief guest, Shri W. Shalomurthy ji, Chancellor, Amity Universities, and my colleagues, Shri Lakshmamurthy Garu, Chief Operating Officer, GMR Lakshmi Foundation, and Shri Girish Garu, Director Education, Dr. Ravindranath, Associate Dean R&D, Jayeshri, other colleagues of the dais, participants from various institutions, faculty members, and my dear student friends. A very good morning to all of you. At the outset, I would like to thank today's guest for taking out the time from his busy schedule and visiting the campus. Sir, it is a great honor and pleasure to have you on the campus. AI-powered technology integration for sustainability. So this is the title captured for today's next 2 days international conference, and this is the conference which is long awaited. Almost 10 years back, an international conference has been organized on this campus, and almost in the gap of 10 years, we are having the second international conference, and which got delayed for several reasons. And I'd like to compliment the conveners and all the committee members for their continuous efforts and hard work put on. Starting from the day one, we have conceived the idea of having this conference almost 8 months before, if I'm not wrong. It's almost 8 months before the idea has been conceived, and a lot of deliberations went in what should be the title of the conference. Then finally it has been figured out as AI powered. So right from your time when you get out of your bed and go to your bed at the night, from morning till evening, what is not AI powered? Everything is AI powered. That means the technology is as such getting integrated with your life system, and I said it is becoming like a life support. I don't say life support, is a living support. The time when you get out of your bed and the time when you get into your bed, morning and night, everything you are being prompted. You are being prompted. When to get up, when to have your lunch, how much time you need to sit for your workplace, how much time you need to stand, what is your lunch time, what is your break time, when you want to go for bed, everything is being prompted. How that's going to how it is happening actually? It is happening because the intervention of AI coming in. Now, the importance of AI is as such so becoming like the part of the life. Then it was felt that there are a lot of things to be discussed on AI-powered technology integrations. Not only in this your way of life, but in the various fields. It could be in your education, it could be in health sciences, it could be in agriculture, it could be in finance, it could be whatnot, in any manufacturing, in any field. So intervention of AI is now seen across. Starting from even in your household articles. Take your washing machine or take your oven, whatnot. All your household appliances are AI powered. We used to hear this word as AI powered, but we really do not know what is happening inside. But now that it has become to the curriculum and it made everybody to think and spend time on that, now you are understanding what exactly it is and how it is going to have impact on your way of life. If it is not properly being administered, it will end up in disruptions. So disruption is also one of the elements that people need to think about when we talk about AI. Many technologies, AI-powered technologies, are disruptive in nature. Typically in the Indian context, if something is automated, there is always a disruption. If some new technology is coming in, there is a disruption. But at the same time, disruption needs to be taken as an opportunity for thinking out of the box, and innovation comes in. If we stop at the disruption, there is no end. There is no beginning for the things to happen. You'll end up there. So disruptions that are caused due to this need to be looked at as an opportunity, and what are those new avenues that are coming up need to be thought about. As such, many avenues are there. So I'm sure that for all the people who are there presenting their own articles, will have a very good platform to share all their thoughts, and I'm very sure that this conference is going to be a very big platform and to exchange and share, and we believe in that sharing is learned. I'm sure that the sharing is going to happen, and I'm sure that at the end of this 2 days conference there will be a lot of things to take away, and learnings will be there for all the students and all the faculty members. And finally, I would like to compliment all the organizers, the team members who are there, who have done restlessly all the efforts, put on their efforts in making these 2 days happen. Wish you all the best. Good luck.
Thank you, sir, for pouring more knowledge about AI and your motivational words. I request our respected Director Education, GMR Election Foundation, Dr. J. Girish, to address the gathering.
today's chief guest, Sri Dr. W. Salamurthy Garu, President, Amity Science Technology and Foundation, Innovation Foundation. Sir is also a Chair Professor of Life Sciences, Chancellor of Amity University, Chhattisgarh. A great visionary, great scientist, and very great human being as well. Thank you, sir, for visiting us. Thank you for your visit. Our CEO, Sri Lakshmamurthy Garu, our Principal, Dr. Prasad Garu, conveners, Dr. Ravindra Garu, Dr. Jayashree Garu, Associate Deans, Heads of the Department, faculty members, our Administrative Officer, HR Head, all teachers, staff members, various researchers from other institutes, our keynote speakers, my dear young students and media, good morning to you all. Welcome to this conference. The name, the theme of the conference, it is very wide, right? The topic is also very wide and it is very popular, the artificial intelligence, because of the more and more use cases emerging. It is touching almost all the fields. That is how it is popular. And also especially for teachers, every one of us also should use the machine learning, artificial tools. That is how I could see the papers, contributions from, not necessarily from computer science, artificial intelligence. There are also papers from the core engineering as well. By the way, machine learning, data science, artificial intelligence, nothing to do with computer science. Many of the universities, it was headed by the, even biotechnology, even in Amity, biotechnology professors are heading the schools of artificial intelligence, mathematics professors are heading. There is a business schools, they are deep into artificial intelligence, machine learning, business analytics. In fact, there is a very close relation between the core engineering and artificial intelligence. Being a mechanics core person, I could see a lot of analogy between the engineering and artificial intelligence and machine learning. The way we are using the statistics, the origin is about 12th century, advanced developments in the 14th century, very refined statistics recorded in 1930. Whatever the statistics we are using, those are the findings and developments and refinements of 1930. Today, whatever the algorithms we are using in artificial intelligence and machine learning, for example, let us say gradient descent method, the mathematics, multivariable calculus, multivariate functions, eigenvalues, eigenvectors, these are all developed long back. For example, the gradient descent method was way back in 1887. Later there is a development about 1940 and 1982 there is a breakthrough development because of failures in the spacecraft structures. Most of the technologies developed because of the space technology, inventions, because I think Sir is also from Aeronautical Research and Development, DRDO. Of course, I did a project from Aeronautical Research and Development Board. Most of the developments, spacecrafts undergo the buckling impact to track where the spacecraft travels in a space at a speed of 18 times the speed of sound. It's a supersonic, right? So then it undergoes, it is in a buckling mode. Okay, so that is how to track the buckling, it's called as a snap through buckling, snap back buckling. This will be tracked with the help of the gradient descent method. That's called as the arc length method and all. Same is the case with your principal component analysis, PCA. The way you use PCA to reduce the dimensionality reduction. It has been, again, the base is 1900 century. It is a mechanics, structural mechanics. It is a principal axis theorem, principal components, principal stresses. That is the way back in 1901. And today we are using eigenvalue systems, which was very well used in the mechanical engineering for noise and vibration. Then later, of course, structural engineers used to do for earthquake analysis, seismic analysis. Now we extensively using the eigenvalues, eigenvectors very extensively for your PCA, and most of the artificial algorithms are based on the mathematics. So therefore, we need to talk to the students whenever there is a mathematics. We have to talk about the application, because if you want to do fundamental research, original findings, we need to go back and study mathematics. Because mathematics now finding more and more use cases. The way they developed around 1900, you can see, because we all of us need to again go back and spend time mathematics if we want to really develop our own algorithms, modify, because programming is no more popular, because no coding or less coding is coming into picture. The way the generative AI has come. Now programming, we can do it everything through mobile. There are online compilers available. You can do even online compilers like Google Colab has AI. Whatever the code you want, it will generate in Python and it will give it. But the conceptual knowledge is very important, the domain expertise, because while talking here, you can see there are many people are there from different fields of engineering. For example, your eigenvalues, PC and all, electronics people, they have used long back in signal systems, chemical engineering, whatnot. You find any domain, you people have very strong mathematical knowledge and application knowledge. Try to move and use, integrate AI with you. The development of most of the AI algorithms are happened because of the core engineering knowledge. Okay, this is what, so therefore please spend time with the students, talk with them, explain them the power and the importance of the mathematics, because we need, students should come into the teaching, because it is, the teaching is now no more it is a preferred destiny for the students, but we need to encourage good talented students to pursue their higher education, do masters, research. We need very badly very good, excellent teachers. We need to create good students becoming into good teachers as well. So that is possible only if we contribute ourselves, our research, student-centric research. We need to do whatever we are doing. We need to contribute to the growth of the students. We have to share the knowledge. We have to inspire and excite them to come into the class, to do a project. Otherwise, they will look at it as a theory subject. But now you can excite them, you can show the simulations, you can show n number of applications. That is what all of us should do. Then only a future vision for Bharat will come. With these few words, I congratulate you all for your contribution for this conference. And I am sure that it is going to be very useful, because I have just gone through the abstracts. Abstracts are very diverse, variety of the topics are there, and definitely it is going to be very useful. And thank you one and all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your words of wisdom. I request respected Chief Operating Officer, GMR Valakshmi Foundation, Sri N.M. Lakshmanmurthy, to address the gathering.
Today's chief guest, Dr. Selvamurthy Garu, Dr. Girish, Dr. Prasad, Dr. Ravindranath, Dr. Jayashree, the faculty, deans, HODs, participants from our institute and also from other institutes. And my dear friends, a warm welcome to all for this two-day conference, international conference on AI. Our team has been working on this for the last 8 months and chosen a very relevant and topic for this international conference. They also lined up very good speakers from other institutions in other countries. I'm sure this two-day conference is going to be very rewarding for all the participants and also for the people who are presenting here. These are the platforms where you present and also learn from others. And coming to this topic, it is very, very interesting, and everybody is talking about AI today. All industries, in education, agriculture, healthcare, technology, finance. So this has become a buzzword. If you open a newspaper today or if you watch any TV channel, people are all deliberating on this. This is giving a lot of potential, also opportunities, and also a lot of challenges coming with this. So many people are deliberating on this, how to use AI in day-to-day life or in any industry. And especially we are also looking into, if you see in education, everybody is talking about AI related courses. In engineering, other day I saw in Hyderabad, a few institutions advertise BBA or BCom in AI. So not only at postgraduate level or research level, it has come down to graduation level. Yesterday I was in one school, Bharati Vidya Bhavan, attending a function. There they have teachers who are teaching artificial intelligence for the students studying in the school level. It is part of their curriculum. So that is how deep it has gone. That is what is important of AI, to learn more. There could be a destructive nature for that, but we have to resolve that. There are experts who are working on that, but that is going to be part of life for everybody, for faculty, for people who are working, or students and housewives. So our team, after deliberating and chosen this very relevant topic, and I'm sure that there will be a lot of good paper presentation from various researchers and faculty from various other institutes. I request everybody to attend and take away whatever is the best from that conference, and wish this conference very successful. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your exciting speech. Now, I would like to take the privilege to introduce our Honorable Chief Guest, Chancellor, MIT University, Dr. W. Saramurthy. Dr. W. Saramurthy is presently working with MIT University as President of MIT Science, Technology and Innovation Foundation, Director General for MIT Directorate of Science and Innovation, and Chancellor of MIT University, Chhattisgarh. Dr. Saramurthy did his Master's in Human Physiology from Christian Medical College, Vellore in 1972. Doctorate, Faculty of Medical Science from Delhi University in 1982. And Doctor of Science from Bangalore in 2006. He was also awarded DSc HC from 5 universities in recognition of his outstanding research and development contributions in life sciences. Dr. Saramurthy has served the Defense Research and Development Organization, DRDO, Ministry of Defense, Government of India for 40 years. At DRDO, serving in various senior leadership roles, he was responsible for the research and development of all the health-related and life science-related technologies that were inducted in the armed forces, with the sole aim to keep the armed forces healthy and efficient in all operational environments, including extremely inhospitable terrains. Dr. Saramurthy has chaired the National Advisory Committee, NAC, for the formulation of policy on scientific social responsibility, Department of Science and Technology, Ministry of Science and Technology, Government of India. He was also the chairman of Program Advisory Committee, PAC, for the plan scheme National Science and Technology Management Information System, NSTMIS, Ministry of Science and Technology, Government of India. He has an H index of 39 and published more than 250 research papers in journals of repute, including 18 books. He has been a member of the Indian delegation of the World Health Assembly under the chairmanship of the Health Minister to speak about the complementary systems of medicine, including yoga. He has represented India at the Organization for Prohibition of Chemical Weapons, OPCW, at the Conference of State Parties, Executive Council, Working Group, and Confidentiality Commission. Technology Information Forecasting and Assessment Council, TIFAC, has entrusted the responsibility of Technology Vision Health 2035 to Dr. Selvamoorthy as chairman to formulate the vision for the nation for health and medical sciences. In recognition of his significant contributions in field of biomedical research and development, he has been awarded several prestigious research awards. A few prominent ones are Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Award for the Prominent Scientist and Educationist by OSS World Records in 2023. Sixth, Dr. B.K. Anand Memorial Award by Nutrition Society of India, Hyderabad in 2018. Distinguished Science Leadership Excellence Award by World Science Congress in 2017. J. Wadamo Global Hospital and Research Center, CSIR, National Award for SNT Innovations, presented by the Honorable Prime Minister of India in 2012. Academician Mirsad Mirakimaval Award for contribution to high altitude medicine from Kyrgyz Republic in 2012. Technology Leadership Award by DRDO in 2010, presented by Defense Minister of India. Lifetime Achievement Award from the Honorable President of India in the field of clinical and preventive cardiology in 2006, and ICMR Shakuntala Amir Chand Award in 1986. I request distinguished Chief Guest Dr. W. Selvamoorthy to deliver his valuable work to everyone.
Very good morning to every one of you. Good morning. My dear students, distinguished faculties, senior officials on the dais, off the dais, and those delegates who have joined online, offline over here, members of the media, and guests and friends. Thank you so much for this opportunity to be here today in this wonderful place, Rajam, and also in such a distinguished institution, the GMR Institute of Technology, particularly among the young future leaders with whom I am going to interact today. The future of the world, future of the humanity, my dear students. I am so happy that this organization in the last 25 years have rendered yeoman service in education, research, innovation, health, and also philanthropy. I must pay my salutation to the foundation, the GMR Varalakshmi Foundation, which is doing a great job in terms of not only their corporate social responsibility, but as their commitment to their own place, which is Rajam. Your founder belongs to this place. So that shows his commitment to a place where he hails from, what he can do. So he is doing so much not only in this place, but across the country, across the globe, taking India to the world map in many areas, particularly infrastructure development, energy, natural resources, and many, many fields in which your founder and also Madam Varalakshmi, who is his better half, and they are all doing together with such leaders sitting on the dais. Girish, our Dr. J. Girish, he was with us in Amity University, Amity Universe, in our foundation. And he is again not only a great scientist, but a great administrator who has built what Amity is today. His signature is there as well. So thank you so told your faculties and senior officials that we have gifted, Amity has gifted Girish to you to build GMR, because I know the mission on which your founders are. And so thank you very much for this opportunity, Girish, as the Director of Education for the whole group. And also Sri Lakshman Murthy, I had a brief interaction, the Chief Operating Officer for the foundation, and he has a big role to play in terms of not only the structures which have been created, but then how do you drive to bring the outcome, the return on investments, the impact, tangible and intangible. So thank you so much, Mr. Lakshman Murthy, for joining us and also for this opportunity to be here. I just listened to the principal, Professor Prasad, and I could see the vision which he has for this institute, the GMR Institute of Technology, and young charismatic leadership you have as principal, who is also a great achiever himself in academics and also in research, innovation. I'm sure that he will build this institution as one of the best in the world. My best wishes to you, Professor Prasad. Now, always it's good to clap. Clapping gives relaxation, it gives happiness. So always celebrate. Otherwise we have wasted our life. If you are just only sitting melancholic, moronic, and also serious, stressful, enjoy life. This is what we teach our children. It not to be too serious. Clapping is one such manifestation of your happiness. So I am so happy that you clap. Dr. Ravindranath, again, I had interaction yesterday night as well as today, and we had a long conversation. So I understood such great people. He was a scientist in South Korea, Seoul, and with a good track record of more than 8 years of his experience over there, postdoc as well as service, connecting with the industry. So he will bring a new dimension here, not only publications, patents, but also translational research, delivering product, technology, processes, which are important for Atmanirbhar Bharat. If you have to become self-reliant in technologies and the products, we need people like him, and I'm sure Ravindranath will bring in working with people like Prasad, Jayashree, who is sitting here, and all the very distinguished HOIs, faculties over there. I'm sure this institution will scale new pinnacle of achievements in the years to come. Students, I want to address you that you are not here only to just make a family, buy a house, buy a car, build a bungalow. This all will happen because your country is going to be third world economy very soon. Now we are already fifth in the world. Yes. And our GDP has grown to $3.8 trillion, which is going to be $5 trillion soon in a year or so. Then we will be adding every year more than $1.5 trillion to GDP. So by 2047, you will be in a country, living in a country which will be about 37 or $40 trillion GDP, huge GDP. So all this will be realized. But what I want you to dream is not to have those, but you are going to build a new world, happy world, peaceful world, healthy world, and also prosperous world. So equip yourself because our country is the youngest country in the whole world today, youngest because of you people. The average age is about 28 and then the median. And when you look at the population, 1.4 billion, and we are having 50% below the age of 25 years, that's you. So that is why you are important to not only our country, but whole world you are important. Because you are going to be there everywhere. So that is why prepare yourself. Not just to get CGPA of 9.8 or 9.5 and marks of 95, 98, but prepare yourself with all learnings, which is, because you are the future global citizens, so you have to have knowledge, including spiritual knowledge, skills including soft skills, good behavior, sanskars, values, resilience to face challenges. These are all very vital for you, because your responsibility is just not only the basic family, and your responsibility is to take care of the humanity, the biosphere, the whole earth, and maybe universe. Because we are going to moon, we are going to Mars, we are going to Venus soon. So our role is going to be universal. It's going to be for the universe. So prepare yourself. So it's just not sufficient that I should get a job. You will get it, or you will become an entrepreneur, you will become a startup. So many opportunities exist today. So that is why, that don't worry about that, you worry about that. How do we create a happy world, peaceful, harmonious world? Then your aim becomes very high. So this is one message where artificial intelligence can play a very important role. That is why the theme has been chosen. Now the artificial intelligence is all pervasive, whether it's agriculture, food, energy, health, environment, climate change, SDGs, implementation. So everywhere you can find application. That is why I appreciate that GMRIT has chosen this as the focal theme for the deliberation. India is emerging as a global superpower, which is very, very clear today. The whole world is looking towards you, towards us, India. If you look at G20, which we had very recently, so many countries came. And then today in United Nations, General Assembly, everywhere, the whole world is looking towards India, whether it's cricket, whether it is sports, or it is economy, or a market, big market, and the power, the global human power, which is there here. So the whole world is looking towards India for its development. So you have a big role to play in this. India is emerging as a knowledge superpower. How do I say that? It's emerging as a knowledge superpower. We were once upon a time knowledge superpower. We had Vedas, Upanishad, Bhagavad Gita, Yoga, Ayurveda, the Dakshashila University, Nalanda University, where people used to come to seek knowledge. So India was a knowledge superpower. We had a global GDP at that time, thousands of years ago, where we were doing maritime trade, and our GDP was almost $37 trillion. So we are going back to that. So we are now only bringing that glory back. So we were once upon a time a knowledge and global superpower. So it's for us now, how do we bring it back? Then what are the indicators of this knowledge superpower? One is you have to create new knowledge through research, innovation. So creating new knowledge is very important part of India becoming a knowledge superpower. So I want you to focus on research and innovation. So generate new knowledge, then secure the knowledge through the IPR protection, like patent, copyright, trademark, all this, the copyrights, everything, design registration, GIS registration. So all this will protect your IPR. So generate new knowledge, protect that through IPR protection, then disseminate that knowledge through publication, patents, and also education. Through that, disseminate that knowledge to the next generations and the people across the globe. Then apply that knowledge for wealth generation as well as solving the problems. So then only we will call India as a knowledge superpower. So you have to generate knowledge, secure the knowledge, then disseminate the knowledge, apply the knowledge. So India is doing that because we are third in publication in the whole world. With just 0.7 GDP investment, we have become third in the world in publication and 7th in patents. And Global Innovation Index, we jumped from 81 to 40, and now we are moving ahead and towards a higher level. So all this is a good indicator that you have an Indian intellect is unparalleled. That is why with minimal input, we are able to maximize the outcome, reaching this. And we are third in PhDs, third in startup ecosystem. So you see, with minimal input, we are able to maximize. So we have to realize, because it is there in our genes. Vedas, Upanishad, Bhagavad Gita, what all I said is there in our generations, it has come to us. So that is why Indians, wherever we go, whether in India or abroad, we shine because it is there. So realize your potentials, realize your intellectual potential, and transform India as the knowledge superpower. Then coming to the different eras we had. We had agricultural era to start with, where the whole focus of humanity, how do we cultivate, how do we bring food, how do we feed those people, population which was very small at that time. India, when I was a child like you, it was only 30 crores. 30 crores today is 1.4 billion, which is 140 crores. So the people, the whole aim of research, innovation, everything, management, governance was to produce food. Agricultural era, India contributed. Then came industrial era, which we could not participate, 1870 to 1960, industrial era. Because initially at the British colonial rule, we were all suppressed, so we could not participate in industrial era. Then came information era, that is from, let's say, 1960 to 2000, was information era. That is where IT revolution came. All the back-end office, IT application and service sector, this contributed to 60% of GDP coming to coming to India. So 60% GDP came to India through service sector with application of IT, information technology. And this is how, in information era, India played a significant role. But now we are in the knowledge era. So from information era to new knowledge era. Why do we say new knowledge era? We were having a knowledge superpower much earlier. So now, new knowledge era, India is playing a leadership role. Leadership role. That is where such conferences like artificial intelligence, how do we become leader in this area? So you must just not only catch up with the West or the other countries in East, but we must be leaders in these emerging areas, be it quantum technologies, or it is blockchain, or it is artificial intelligence. These are all emerging areas. So in this new knowledge era, India has to assume the leadership role. That is where I need your help, because the young innovative minds, with so much of potentials, let us realize that potential, manifest that potential. So this is one message I want to give, because the next era which is going to follow, maybe after 50 years, will be leadership era. That is, new knowledge era will transit into leadership era, where India will be a leader, global leader, not just third position, maybe in first position. So for which such kind of conference will help. And about AI, the theme of the conference, I'll say a few words, because I'm going to give a keynote address later, so I will cover some of them, the details over there. But I have to touch the focal theme in the inaugural session. For those who have joined online as well, I welcome, because some of them are from Western countries, where the time zones, it may be a midnight or even a very early morning, 1 o'clock, 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. Thank you for joining. And in these, the message emerging, AI is all pervasive. As I said, that they may feel, in fact, Professor Prasad mentioned, and it is there whether you switch on your mobile or you just use the washing machine. There is an intelligence given to the machine over there. You program it, and then it does a job which you want that to do. Whether what type of cloth you have put there, so it identifies, and then you can give different level of intelligence. There are machines with different levels, even in washing machine. So AI is there everywhere. Whether you use your mobile, you'll say you Google Map, immediately it uses artificial intelligence, where the traffic jam is there, where flood is there, so you go to the other roads. So it is looking from top above and then guiding you. So everywhere you find the application of AI in many, many domains. Because who created this AI is the human intelligence. It is our mental intellectual power. So there is no match to human intelligence, but human intelligence can augment its intelligence through artificial intelligence. So this is how I look at artificial intelligence, that we created that artificial intelligence to augment our intelligence capability, which will be all pervasive. Now the final carry-home message from the inaugural session. let us connect with each other, because synergy is important. That's why Amity is going to connect with your GMR institutes. Whenever you are in Delhi, you are in Bangalore. Thank you. See, I must say a few words about Amity as well. Amity University, Amity Education Group, I'll say not only university, Amity Education Group has got so many, starting from pre-nursery to postdoc. We have the whole supply chain of education institutions with us. And this was created by Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, who is PhD in chemical engineering from Germany. He did masters from here in Meerut University. Then he went for PhD in Germany. Then he became, with all the hard work, sacrifice, he became the largest non-European investor in Germany when the reunion took place between East and West Germany. So he returned back after 28 years of stay there. The prime part of his youth he spent there. And then he came back and then invested in education, research, innovation, philanthropy. These are the 4 pillars on which he wanted to contribute to nation building on these 4 pillars. So he created the Amity Education Group through foundation, Ritanand Balve's Education Foundation. Today, we have 12 independent universities in India, right? Starting from Noida, we have in Haryana, Chhattisgarh, Bombay, Calcutta, Bangalore. Now we have come to Telangana in Hyderabad, 13th universities in Hyderabad. 14th is going to be in Gujarat, 15th is going to be in Coimbatore. So our Amity Education universities are growing. So today we have 12 independent universities. These are independent legal entity established under State Act. So it's a state-private university. It has its own vice chancellor, it has its own chancellor, and the whole independent system. We have 18 campuses abroad. We have 18 campuses abroad like Dubai, Mauritius, Singapore, London, Romania, USA. In USA we have 2 campuses. One in the Long Islands of New York and the other one in San Francisco. We are in Amsterdam, Abu Dhabi, Russia, Tashkent, so 18 campuses abroad. 28 schools we have, 28 schools, which is also under CBSE and IB. And now we have started a partnership with Harrow UK, Amity Harrow schools in the university. So one side we have schools, and the other side we have universities. So this is how the Amity is growing. We have 28 schools looked after by Dr. Mrs. Anita Chauhan, the wife of Dr. Ashok Chauhan, who looks after these. And the chancellors, Dr. Atul Chauhan, Dr. Asim Chauhan, Mr. Amol Chauhan, Abhay Chauhan, Ajit Chauhan, all of them look after distance and education. We are #1 in the country in distance and online education. So we have a big presence, a global presence, including in African countries. So this is about Amity. So we are here to bring synergy. So one message is, we are silos, islands of excellence, but we want to become continent of excellence. So that means we have to connect with each other. Connect among yourselves. The departments, various departments should work with each other. And also you should work with other institutions to bring synergy. Maybe in Visakhapatnam itself or in Andhra Pradesh, and then expand to Indian level. All India level as well as global level. South Africa, if you have South Korean partnership, he should now bring the collaboration there, synergy. So let us bring synergy, consortium. And then you can do things faster, better, because some capability may be available. Some resources are available here and other resources are available in other institutions. So let us try to work, break the silos and bring connectivity. So one message through the conference, that India has always believed in Vasudeva Kudumbakam. We are all global village. So if it is so, then we have to work with each other. We are all brothers and sisters across. Even those who have joined online from the west or east, I like to say that we would like to connect with you and bring synergy. The second is, the main purpose is to create, working together, AI application for humanity, not for destructive purposes, because any technology is a double-edged weapon. So it has ethical issues, it has regulatory issues, but let us look at how do we make the AI to create new jobs and better jobs, make our efficiency better, You can use it as a workhorse to handle huge data, voluminous data, and so which you can't do it with simple computational capability. So all this is the application. So let us look at positive application of AI, looking at ethical issues, and then make this world a better place to live. This is what Chancellor Dr. Atul Chauhan uses the word, make the place a better place to live. And we'll do it together with you. Now finally I'll conclude by quoting two Tirukural. Tirukural is, I know some of you may be understanding Tamil, but I will translate that. This Tirukural says, as per Dr. Abdul Kalam used to say, set your goal very high. Don't keep small aim. That is a crime. Set your aim very high. For which there is a Tirukural, which is known as Vellat Tanayadu Marar Neetam, Mandirdam Ullat Tanayadu Uyarvu. Vellat Tanayadu Marar Neetam, Mandirdam Ullat Tanayadu Uyarvu. That means, you see the lotus floating on the water. The level of the lotus will depend on the water level. So if you keep your aim high, then the lotus will float high. So the water level is your attitude, your aim, purpose, goal in life. So keep high aim in life. The other Tirukural, to keeping this aim is alone not sufficient. To achieve this, you have to be determined to achieve. So this Tirukural says, Yenniya yenniyangu eiduva, yenniya tinniya rahapure. It means you can achieve anything in life, provided you set a whole goal, work towards it with the determination, commitment. Even you may face obstacles, failures, criticism. Don't worry about this. Keep moving ahead with full commitment and conviction. You will achieve that. Whatever you desire with pure intent to achieve, you can achieve, you will achieve. And only thing you have to work towards. So with this message, I like to once again thank you for this opportunity to be here to share some thoughts. Thank you for me. Best wishes. I love you all.
Thank you very much, sir, for such an inspiring speech. Now I request Honorable Chief Guest Dr. Selvam to release the conference proceedings and please hand over to the dignitaries on the dais. Thank you, sir, and I request all the dignitaries to take your seats. Now I request our respected Chief Operating Officer, GMR Valakshmi Foundation, Sri N.M. Lakshmanmurthy, Director, Education, GMR Valakshmi Foundation, Dr. J. Girish, and Principal, GMR Institute of Technology, Dr. Prasad, to felicitate our Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. W. Selvam. I also request the conveners of the conference, Dr. K. Jayasri and Dr. K. Ravindra, to join the felicitation.
సార్.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. A. Rambabu, Senior Assistant Professor of Physics, to address the vote of thanks.
Honorable visitors, both on and off the dais, colleagues, personal chiefs of every functional unit, oral, media, and press. To everyone present here, a very good morning too. I would like to express my gratitude to the management for allowing me to deliver the vote of thanks on this significant event. Firstly, I would like to thank our distinguished chief guest, Dr. W. Selvamurthy, Chancellor of Amity University, for accepting our invitation and giving us his valuable time. So, we strongly believe that our participants' minds must have been stimulated by your incitable remarks, especially the younger minds. In addition, I would like to express my gratitude to Sri L.M. Lakshmanamurthy, COO of GMR Varalakshmi Foundation, for his indispensable support in making this event a success. Moreover, I would like to thank Dr. J. Girish, Director of Education, and Dr. Selvi R.S.V. Prasad, Principal, GMR Institute of Technology. They have been our rock-solid foundation, acting as a catalyst and consistently encouraging us to give our finest work. Further, I'd like to express my gratitude to Dr. Ravindra K, Associate Dean R&D, GMRIT, and AI-PTIS-2024 convener Dr. K. Jayashree for their continuous efforts to organize this conference in a systematic and standard manner. Furthermore, I'd like to thank the International Advisory Board members, National Advisory Board members, Steering Committee, Executing Committee, and Organized Committee for making this event very successful. I would like to thank all the participants on behalf of everyone present here for their unflinching cooperation throughout the entire event. This day would have not been the same without your cooperation and help. Such an occurrence does not occur overnight. It calls for the careful preparation and close attention to detail. We are blessed with a group of proactive and committed team members that have played a crucial role to bringing this event to life. Associate Deans, Head of the various departments, staff members, student coordinators, IT support team, and the admin FMS team deserve our sincere gratitude for their outstanding efforts in making this event to huge success. Finally, but just importantly, I want to thank everyone again for coming and your support during this event. Thank you. We wish you all a fruitful and inspiring conference. So, and finally, by mistake, if you have forgotten any one of your names, please forgive us. We wish you a fruitful and inspiring conference. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I request all to stand up for national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे, गाहे तव जय गाथा। जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे, जय 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 हे।
I request all the dignitaries on the dais to take their seats in the front row of the auditorium. I request all the audience and participants
Inaugural session we just had. We listened to all the thought leaders who spoke on the various issues related to AI and also how do we use AI in different spheres to create a better world. And I'm going to, in my keynote address, give what are the opportunities available and what is AI. Because many of you are from computer science, information technology, AI, and also I see the faculties here in GMRIT is also specialists in the field of AI. So I thought I'll give a little historical perspective, how the AI evolved. Because it is just not, it has come just in the last 10 years. AI was taught in 50s. But I'm going to give a little evolution, how it has evolved today, where it is moving towards, the projections, and also where we are heading towards. And then what are the ample opportunities available for students like you, the researchers, scientists, faculties, for bringing out newer applications, newer tools. So I will give those opportunities available for you. And third, what are the challenges and concerns about AI? Because with also any technology is a double-edged weapon, whether it's a nuclear energy or the atom. You can use it for a peaceful purpose, you can use it for a destructive purpose to make a bomb. Similarly, AI also has some destructive aspects of the technology. So we should be cautious of, and we should be able to not look into those directions, but look at the positive, constructive application of AI in various aspects, be it in agriculture, health, environment, climate change, resource management, and everywhere you can use for clean energy and energy management. Everywhere in the 17 SDG goals, we can apply the artificial intelligence in a big way to implement, to realize the 17 SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals, which the United Nations, the whole world has said we are part of it. So how do we use, even for sustainability, that's your theme, which you have rightly chosen, that how do we use AI, artificial intelligence, in sustainable development. So I will touch that area. Then finally I'll give some carry-home message. So this is how I have structured my keynote address. So welcome to Amity. I just gave a brief about Amity. It's founded by Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, who has sent his greetings, blessings, particularly for the youngsters, as well as for the faculties over here. And he normally, for such events, he also finds time to listen to such programs. So maybe that we will send him the link, he will see the whole program and also give his blessings to all of you. And Amity is very keen always to build partnership, build collaboration. So through this keynote address, I am also looking at collaborating with people, partnership. Some of your students who pass out, you may find a job in Amity Group, because Amity Group is expanding. We have 10,000 faculties, we have 5,000 PhD scholars, and we have 200,000 students, that is 2 lakh students. We have 8 lakh alumni across the globe. So this is Amity Universe. So maybe when I am talking to the students who are going to pass out in AI, we have a big AI center of excellence in Amity with 10 petaflop computing capability. So we are now expanded, we are churning out the people, the students, human resource, who are skilled, knowledgeable in the field of AI. So some of you may like to come for master's program, some of you may come for PhD program to Amity. So I look forward to building a partnership with GMRIT and also all those who have joined online and also here who have come from different institutions. So we have to work together because Dr. Chauhan again has created a mission. He has created 3 missions. The first mission is synergy, the mission synergy. That means if you work together, it's a force multiplier. If you are in silos, you can do so much. But if you are connecting with people, you can do many things faster, better,
So that is why synergy, mission synergy. The other one is mission outcome. Mission outcome. That means whatever we do, if you are organizing a conference here, what is going to be the sustainable outcome for everyone who is participating today? Not that we have made a proceedings, we released abstract volume, and then we made it in YouTube available, and then we end with that. We always look for a sustainable outcome. So we build partnership, collaboration, joint PhDs, joint projects, so we can be, this is sustainable outcome, tangible, intangible outcome. So this is the mission outcome. The third mission is mission impossible. We in Amity would like to do things impossible. We appear to be impossible, but possible. So this is what is the three missions which Dr. Ashok Chauhan has created and which we are driving on this. So I like to share that even in this, we are looking for a sustainable outcome and also synergy among all our efforts together. And we will do impossible things through this collaboration. So my deep appreciation to this great institution, the GMR Institute of Technology, which is just 25 years young. Because 25 years is not a big period for an institution. When you look at MIT, Caltech, UCLA, or other institutions, Oxford, so they have all been hundreds of years. So now, 25 years silver jubilee we have just celebrated last year. And so this institution has come up so well, and I was delighted to see the number of students, the faculties, very distinguished faculties, the publications, even the patents, 25 patents every year coming up. These are all good indicators that you are on the right path, this institution. Okay. And also my salutation to the founders. Your GMR is a great entrepreneur, like Dr. Ashok Chauhan, who is an entrepreneur himself. But he is a philanthropist. So these visionaries are philanthropists. They want to uplift the society. They want to contribute to humanity. So your GMR is doing that through education, research, health. You have a hospital. And so all these are the initiatives of GMR Foundation, GMR Varalakshmi Foundation. So again, my salutation to your founders and also those connected with the foundation who are driving the outcomes from this. And in this, the particular theme which you have chosen, the artificial intelligence, machine learning applications in different domains, we are going to discuss. And then the 12th in the country, your institution in such a short time, 25 years, A++ grade among colleges, and 12th in the country, and also in the 11th Chronicle in the All India Engineering Colleges served. So these are all unique achievements. My deep appreciation to all your faculties. But while celebrating this, I would also like you to aspire, dream, to reach the first position. All this third should be first, and maybe 12th should be top 5. So set high goals and work for it, you will be able to achieve it. That's what I told. Set targets, work towards the target, and you will achieve it. So my appreciation to all this who are driving this, the GMR education group. Now coming to artificial intelligence. What are the dimensions or the facets of human intelligence? The first is you should be able to learn. I am talking first about human intelligence before you go to artificial intelligence. We learn. See the students, even I am learning from the speeches which was made in the inaugural session. I learned quite a bit. Same way you people learn. So human intelligence can learn new things. Learning is a lifelong process. So that is a very important component of human intelligence. You can reason out when you say that logic is rational, and so you have the ability to reason out things. So that is the next manifestation of human intelligence. Then not only you reason out, you understand. You are able to comprehend, understand the meaning, the theme, and what is the knowledge hidden underneath. So you are able to understand, then perceive things, comprehend, and also look at cognitively with all this visual, auditory, somatosensory input, and with the reference memory which you have stored in, you are able to associate things. You are able to perceive in a larger dimension. then you also have the ability to feel happy, feel sorrow, feel depressed, and feel jubilant and energetic. So all these are the manifestations of human intelligence. It could be not only your IQ, emotional quotient is also part of it, feeling, EQ. And you also have a spiritual quotient, which is also a part of that. So spiritual intelligence is very important because we are spiritual beings. And so these are the dimensions of human intelligence. And human intelligence, if you look at theories of intelligence, if you see the psychological theories of human intelligence, and you will find many theories, starting from Q theory and so on, you will find a large number of theories emerging out of to interpret human intelligence. So that is the power. We have not been able to fathom still the potentials of human intelligence. But this human intelligence always want to augment potentials of intelligence. So that is why we created artificial intelligence to augment our intelligence, human intelligence. So this was also created by human intelligence. And if you have to define artificial intelligence, I will read this, I quote, simulation of human intelligence and problem-solving capabilities in computer systems. See, in computer, earlier you used to use calculator. Even to do a small calculation or a bigger calculation, you used to do mechanical calculator, because you people may not have even seen it. We have used it for the calculation. Then came the computers. Computers improved the calculating abilities, numerical abilities, then logarithmic calculations, and so many complex, the numerical, the challenges were met by computing capability. Then people started thinking, can we teach a machine to learn? Like human learning is the first component of human intelligence. So can machine learn? And can you teach machines to learn? So this is, human mind started thinking. Then they gave this capability to the computer system. So simulation of human intelligence. So it is only simulating neural network. It's nothing but the complexity of synapses your neurons have in between the neurons, among the neurons, and the ability to associate. And within fractions of the milliseconds, you are able to comprehend things, associate things. So all this can be simulated on a computer system. So this is how the evolution of artificial intelligence happened. So then it became a powerful tool driving sustainability efforts in digital age. Then we started thinking, where do we apply? Having given that ability to the machine, can you use it in robots, robotics, robotic manufacturing, and IoT, and many things came out from the computer, teaching the computer machine learning, deep learning, neural network, computer vision. So all this started coming from this artificial intelligence subsequently. So I'll show you the evolution. So in this conference, you are focusing on how do we use it for sustainable development. How do you bring this application of AI in sustainability? So a little bit evolution you should know. As I said, AI is just not 10 years old or 20 years old. It started actually, the thought process started, Alan Turing, he was trying to see whether I can teach the machine to learn. So this was the challenge, computer to learn. So the thought process started in 1950 when I was born. I was born in this year. Term artificial intelligence was coined subsequently in 1955. 1955, the word artificial intelligence term was coined. Then they created robots, robotics, then robotic manufacturing, then chatbot. All this came in the robotic manufacturing. And then can you converse with a machine? Now, having given the intelligence to the machine, can you ask the machine to do certain tasks? And so like this, the robots, humanoid robots came. And also to manufacture, can you use the robotic manufacturing? So it was used in the automobiles first. How do you assemble the various parts to produce a car? So the industry started looking at, instead of mechanically people doing it, can the machine do it? Bring each part and then assemble it. So like this, the evolution took place. Then you started asking questions. Then it can fetch information from various databases and bring quickly. Like for example, what is the definition of AI? It will enlist a number of definitions which come from AI. So such kind of conversational ability with the machine. So having given it, ordered them to do tasks, it's like a workhorse. It can handle huge database acquired from various sources and then give you some expert guidance to you. So all this evolution took place. Then Sophia, Bird, ChatGPT is one of the latest development, and then even the driverless vehicles have started coming up now, where you have so many applications of AI comes over there. So this is over a period of time, you have seen the evolution of artificial intelligence. I will leave all these slides with you so that you will be able to make use of it as it may required. I will leave it with Professor Prakash and also Ravindranath, who is the convener. Then now the focus of this conference, as I mentioned, is on sustainable development goals, because the whole world is progressing so fast. We are using natural resources, and we are adding a load on the environment. We are creating a burden on the environment. So how do you balance this development and the environmental conservation, natural resources? And how do we prevent global warming, climate change, which will ultimately destroy the humankind? So how do we use AI in this process of saving this Mother Earth and the environment and the universe, while we are also developing on one side? So development and balancing the conservation is the Sustainable Development Goals of 17 Sustainable Development Goals, which from no poverty, zero hunger, and right up to the partnerships for the goals. So these are the various goals. I will touch where we can use artificial intelligence in achieving the implementation of these 17 Sustainable Development Goals. The technical aspects also I will mention, and also the impact you can achieve using the AI. The AI and machine learning, this is the driving force for sustainable development. Right from, if you look at the optimizing resource use, God has blessed you with natural resources, be it water, which is available in plenty, but then it is going to be a scarce commodity over a period of time, because the demand going up and we are polluting the water bodies, and the rainfall sometimes becoming scanty or too much pouring at a time. So all this will lead, and also natural resources, be it a coal or it is oil, everything is going to be depleted over a period of time. So how do we look at alternatives which should be safe, clean, as well as it will meet the requirement of energy? So minerals. So there are so much of natural resources available, the sunlight. And so how do we use it optimally for the human development? And then how do we use AI? So optimizing the resource use. The next thing is mitigating environmental impact. So we will add carbon footprint to every actions which we do. But then how do we minimize the carbon footprint and also damage the greenhouse gases to be emitted in all our endeavors? How do we minimize? How do we optimally build green buildings, for example, where the energy optimization is built in the construction itself? So all this will be looked at. How do we mitigate the environmental impact of our developmental endeavors? So that I will touch where AI can be used. Then how do we enhance our efficiency, whether it is fuel efficiency in our automobiles, or if we use less energy consumption over here and our own efficiency to increase, human efficiency also to increase, efficiency of mechanical system, the biosphere efficiency, everything, how do we use AI to enhance the efficiency of our biosphere. Finally, leading to sustainable and resilient future. This is what is my structure of the whole presentation, where we can use AI. When you look at energy, I will give some examples here. Optimizing energy use. So even in grid management, you can use AI. And preventive maintenance. in all our electrical transmission, electrical generation. So we can use the AI. So we can use, and also the optimizing the energy use. How do we create a green building? Using the AI, you will be able to get some advice from them. And if you implement, then the energy use become optimal. Similarly, smart grids, then predictive maintenance, all this can be in the energy sector. AI application can be there in all this. Similarly, climate change mitigation. Why is the climate change happening? Global warming is happening because of the greenhouse gases. So can you look at alternative to halons, which you use freons, halons in your the air conditioning system in the hall is using certain chemicals which can also deplete ozone layer, and also greenhouse gases which get built, carbon dioxide particularly, and all this, how do we minimize this? The emissions, sulfur dioxide, oxides of nitrogen, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide sometimes at smaller concentrations. So all this will be leading to the environmental degradation. So how do we minimize? Again, AI can be used in that. Similarly, climate modeling. It's a complex modeling because where you need data analytics, you need AI, machine learning, deep learning, and ultimately Gen AI is necessary, attention is required, transformer is required. So all this evolution of the AI, you can use it in this climate modeling, which is a complex process because so many variables come in this climate modeling, but you are able to do it more precisely now because of this huge data handling ability of artificial intelligence. Then when you look at sustainable agriculture in this precision farming, now today if you see the irrigation, the water is being given ad lib, whether the plant requires or not, whether the soil needs it or not, the farmers just go and switch on the motor and they do the irrigation. Now that is going to be precision agriculture for water irrigation management. You can use it. You put the sensors and use remote sensing images to see the soil moistures and then give the water required for that particular crop using the quantity required. Simple drip irrigation and so on by minimizing the irrigation. Otherwise, which will be just given ad lib and ultimately which is not required for that crop. So one side you will optimize the water usage. The second is even yield may be better instead of just flooding the field with water. So this is precision farming for water management in irrigation. It could be even the fertilizers. You are now throwing fertilizers for every plant, every soil, the same quantity. But whereas some soil can be deficient in phosphorus, sulfur, and other nutrient, nitrogen. So what is required can be precisely given if you use artificial intelligence, either from remote sensing images from satellites, or it could be drone images, image processing. So you will be able to assess the actual requirement of the soil for particular cropping, that you will be able to do precision agriculture, precision farming is possible. So this is very, very important to create sustainable agriculture. Because otherwise if you are throwing too much of fertilizers on the soil, you are actually spoiling the health of the soil. This is how the salinity, alkalinity of the soil and the erosion of the microbial consortium which is necessary for the productivity is all eroding. So we can optimize to have a sustainable agriculture. Using AI, you will be able to have precision farming. Similarly, crop monitoring, whether the shoot length, the yield, everything is becoming optimal. And also, is there any disease, say like wheat, if there's a rust disease, can you pick it up very early and then give intervention instead of the whole field getting affected? Then you will have to use more effort to treat those plant pathogens. So we can do that crop health monitoring as well as the growth patterns, and look at the economics. If this much is going to be the yield of wheat today in the country, the rice today in the country, or tomatoes in the country. So you can do the economics of it, the marketing aspects, what should be the price, and which one to be exported, which should be restricted for export. So all this planning can happen using AI. So see the potentials. the agriculture, sustainable agriculture. So I have given 3 examples in this sustainable development using this. Now the water management. We were just there day before yesterday. I was there with the Regional Remote Sensing Center, North in Delhi, with a team of our Amity University scientists there, because we are going to work with Department of Space, ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization, in a big way. Dr. S. Somnath, the chairman, came to our Amity University, Bangalore, and with 20 scientists from various centers of ISRO, then we identified 3 areas for collaboration with ISRO. One of them is the first one is AI. AI application for space. Then AI application in data analytics, because huge database they get, large number of remote sensing, other data which keeps coming from various satellites, they are not making use of. So use the second area for collaboration with ISRO and Amity is on the data analytics. The third area is astrobiology. So that is how we went to the Regional Remote Sensing Center in Delhi, and so we had a half a day workshop with them. And then one of them is water management. What I mentioned there, water resource management. We have a large number of rivers. We have big rivers, perennial rivers, and also we have small rivers. So how do we manage these water bodies and water resources using satellite imaging? Here again, we can use the application of AI for managing this, and also flood-prone areas. You can predict which are the flood-prone areas. They have done it on a small scale, and we are going to do at the national level with Amity and RRSC together. We will create a national pool of the water, the management, water resource management. Then we also have water conservation, food, flood prediction. So this is where we are going to use AI. And we have a huge AI computing capability in Amity today. Urban development is another area, again using remote sensing. You can help in urban development, the planned development, because otherwise cities grow without any planning, which leads to a large number of issues subsequently, because the population moves from villages to urban development. So how do we create smart cities? How do we create smart villages? So all this can be done, urban development, we can use it, land use, and also the land use management, we can use the AI. Smart cities, resource management, waste management is very important. That we create solid waste, we create liquid waste, and how do you spot these waste, and then how do you manage them? So here again, application of AI and also drone images as well as satellite images you can use. And then automated sorting as the bio-waste and the non-biodegradable waste, everything you can just segregate them also with AI. Circular economy, so you don't throw up, you reuse through the circular economy. Then, so these are some of the environmental monitoring for biodiversity protection. India fortunately has a rich biodiversity. The human being, so many ethnic population today in the country. More than 28 ethnic population, well-defined ethnic variations in India. Similarly, we also have the human wealth, a large number of more than 1.5 billion animals. We have cows, sheep, goats, horses, mules, like that we have so much of animal wealth. Then we also have biodiversity in the northeast. We have one hotspot in northeast, other in Western Ghats. And we have 45,000 species of herbs which have a medicinal value. So how do you manage this biodiversity? Because this biological wealth, using AI and data analytics, we will be able to look at the biodiversity protection, the pollution control, and health and well-being, disease detection and prevention, and telemedicine, education, awareness, and sustainability in education, and sustainability education. So these are the areas which I am going to show it to you now. Now coming to integrating AI and renewable energy. So let us take one by one each of those topics which I mentioned. First is energy production, be it hydroelectric or it is coal, thermal, or it is nuclear, wind, tidal, all this can be put together in one system as the energy production system. Then predictive maintenance, weather forecasting, if it is solar, when it is going to be cloudy, you can, AI has got a predictive power. You will be able to forecast looking at the trends of earlier period, huge earlier retrospective analysis. Using the trend, you can predict with certain level of accuracy what will happen. So using this, you will be able to also use weather forecasting for the energy production, whether it is wind, whether the wind will be in this direction or wind will be with this much velocity, so that you can optimize the use of wind power. And when you develop a grid management, you will be able to say how much it can come from there at this stage. Solar, again, if it's a cloudy day, the power efficiency goes down. So all this can be mapped at the national level using AI. So that is the power of AI. Otherwise, for each state, each district, you have to get the data and then compute. But AI can do this, which can help in optimizing energy production. Energy storage and management, battery optimization, grid stability, which I mentioned for preventive maintenance, smart grid, energy efficiency, load forecasting, building energy management, and solar energy optimization. For example, that Somnath, he mentioned one area, and also Dr. Prakash Chauhan, who is the director of NRC, he mentioned one challenge. Because they, in the National Solar Mission, which is under PMO, Prime Minister's Office, that's a program, national program. How do we put on all our terrace, be it any building, terrace, how much terrace area is available in the country and which locations? So how much we can put, even if you put 50% of the terrace, how much will be the solar, which you can compute by the remote sensing. Then you will be able to see all the terrace which you have, because our accuracy is now almost 1 meter accuracy we are able to get in remote sensing. So we will be able to see how much of terrace space available, how much we can put in these areas. You can compute this using the AI platform. So that is where the solar energy optimization, panel positioning, performance monitoring, again which angle, sun movement, we can see, it will show last 20 years, this has been the sun movement. So accordingly you tilt your the solar panels towards, or solar farms towards that direction. So you can do all this using the AI capability. Then in health, tremendous application in health. I will give a few examples which Amity University is doing as well in health sector. First is early diagnosis. Because if you pick up any disease early, then the prognosis will be better, and also the progression of the disease will be slower and you will improve better. So how do you pick up this early? Using AI platforms. Say like for example when you read X-ray, that in X-ray you may see an inflammation, infection, or it is a cancerous growth or fibrous growth. I am talking about the lungs. So you will be able to spot out precisely what this is and how it will progress, and it will pick up early, which a human eye cannot pick up, but a computer vision can pick up those the pathological spots much earlier, be it X-ray or functional MRI, or it is CT scan or PET scan. You will be able to improve your diagnostic capability, accuracy, as well as early picking up the diseases, so that the prognosis will be better. So first is early and accurate diagnosis is the first part. So it will help doctor. Ultimately, doctor will take the decision, not that this robo or the AI will take a decision. AI will give the expert advice to the doctor, the specialist, and he can use it, which his eye might have missed, but then we can pick it up early. Like for example, in Amity, we have done one in macular densa, the retina. And if there is a macular densa degeneration, macular degeneration, Dr. N.K. Datta, who is our specialist and who is the chief of the AI Center of Excellence, he has published a number of papers in application in health, application in agriculture. So in health, in the retina, he has done a lot of work. And ECG, when you look at the electrocardiogram, which has got PQRST waves, PQRST and ST, and the ST slopes. So there are amplitudes, the patterns, and also the patterns of the different waves. It will indicate the health of the heart. So you will be able to predict whether this person will get into heart attack. So prediction is possible. What precautions the person has to take to prevent heart attack. If he is put a stent and looking at the ECG pattern or looking at the echocardiogram, you will be able to, or phonocardiogram. So Amity has worked in all this area, and Dr. M.K. Datta has published a number of papers on health application. So managing predicting diseases using ECG. And similarly using EEG, can you diagnose a schizophrenia patient? Amity has published papers in this. So one is the early and accurate diagnosis. The second is managing medical records, because we are going to have like a health card, like your Aadhaar card. Soon India, every one of us in India will have a health card. So the whole life history right from your birth, or even before your birth when we were in the womb of the mother, what was the health of this child and how it was moving, how many vaccinations you have done, what medicines you have taken through your life, and which medicines you are allergic. So it's a huge data for 1.4 billion people. This can be handled by AI. So this health card, like Aadhaar card, is going to be available today. So you can manage the medical records at the national level, in the hospital, different hospitals. So when you go and give, today you have gone to one hospital here, tomorrow you go to Apollo Hospital in Hyderabad. Then if you give this, they will be able to see the whole history. The doctor need not ask the patient, are you allergic to any medicine, which blood group you are, everything is there. This is huge data which you can manage easily by using the AI. Automation of redundant healthcare tasks. Some of the tasks are monotonous. So why do a human being have to do? Even though because of the population we are employing them, but these machines can do faster. So here is an opportunity for automating the redundant healthcare tasks which can be done by a machine. And treatment design, even it can advise a doctor on regimen, therapeutic regime can be planned by the doctor, taking the advice from the artificial intelligence. And which will look at the global experience and bring it to the doctor. It is not his own experience. What US has done in a similar case, what Japan has done. So all this can be made available through the AI platforms available today to the doctor as an expert advice and guidance. So ultimately doctor will decide. Similarly, customer service chatbots, virtual health assistants, you can ask some questions. I have severe headache, and then you will ask, what did you eat yesterday? Then did you sleep well? Such questions you can ask. It gives you that, now you go and see the doctor. Or you take this for time being and then go to the doctor. So all this virtual health assistants are available. Drug design. Drug design, computer-aided drug design is nothing but using bioinformatics. What is available, you can design a drug before you synthesize the drug. And this is where the computer-aided design of the drug can be done. So there are softwares available like Schrodinger software. You can use it for the bioinformatics to design a drug. Or repurpose a drug for a different application. For example, if you use 2-deoxy-D-glucose as a radiosensitizer, you can repurpose it for COVID-19 because there are similar kind of functions. I'll give you an example of 2-deoxy-D-glucose, which I was involved in Institute of Nuclear Medicine and Allied Sciences, and we gave it to Reddy's laboratory at Hyderabad. So this medicine is used to sensitize a patient before they go into radiotherapy. When you do radiotherapy for cancer patient, it not only kills cancer cells, but it also kills the cells, normal cell in the vicinity. So how do you protect the normal cell while specifically killing the cancer cell? So we thought, why don't we weaken the cancer cell so that you can easily knock this cancer cell down, for which we identified 2-deoxy-D-glucose, which is an analog of glucose, which can enter the cell but cannot give energy to the cell. So the cancer cell is hyperactive. It is multiplying at very fast rate. It's hungry for energy. So when you give this to patient before radiotherapy, In blood, you have a normal glucose, which can enter the cell, produce energy, give the energy to the cell. But there is also an analog glucose which you have given. There is a competition for these two to enter the cell, the 2-deoxy-D-glucose and the normal glucose. And the cancer cell being hyperactive, hungry for energy, takes relatively more of 2-deoxy-D-glucose. And having taken it, it doesn't get energy, so it's a weaker cell. So you can optimize the radiation in such a way. At that dose, it will selectively kill the cancer cell, weaken the cancer cell which doesn't get energy, while protecting the normal cell which has taken relatively less of 2-deoxy-D-glucose. So this being repurposed using AI platform. We were looking at this, suddenly it indicated, AI indicated, why don't you use it for COVID-19 when the situation came? Because this virus also multiplying like a cancer cell very fast and it needs more energy. So can you knock down this by switching off the energy powerhouse, by blocking the glycolytic pathways of this the virus, the COVID-19 coronavirus. So we use this. AI helped us to repurpose. Well as pharmacokinetic handling ability of different people are different. Liver, kidney, all this can take care of these medicines very in a metabolic way. So how do you can optimize the dosage to give a precision medicine, customized medicine, pharmacogenomics, you can customize, give precision medicine, again using AI. So like this robotic surgery, robo, is nothing but the AI-enabled robots can help in surgery, health monitoring, and also healthcare system. So in health, tremendous application is there. I'll show you some examples. Similarly, remote sensing and GIS, which I gave some examples, satellite imagery. So much of information is embedded in that images. How do you bring out these images? And then build wider perspectives. So again, remote sensing, data analysis, geographic, GIS, integration. Because GIS, again the global picture. How do you get an integrated global picture using this, again AI, data visualization and mapping, early warning system in disaster management, it has tremendous application. Like cyclone. Now the accuracy, whenever Andhra Pradesh gets a cyclone, people are evacuated well in time because your prediction accuracy has gone up because of the use of data and use of AI to handle the data. So the early prediction and warning so that you can have preventive measures taken to mitigate the harms of the disaster, be it cyclone, flood, or it could be a cloudburst or a tornado, all this can be predicted much earlier. Then damage assessment and restoration. If suppose Latur, there was an earthquake, damage occurred, you can do using imagery, which could be either from satellite remote sensing or from drones and other applications. You can also get images to assess the damage, be it flood in Andhra Pradesh. Again, you go and do the analysis either from a helicopter or from a drone. You can do the damage assessment using the pattern recognition. You have the pattern stored earlier in the memory, reference memory, so it matches that and assesses the quantum of damage which has happened due to the earthquake or flood or cyclone. Then the next is agriculture and forestry. I mentioned about precision agriculture, water optimal utilization in irrigation, and also pesticides, fertilizers, all this can be optimized, crop health and biodiversity, habitat, wildlife, forestry and wildlife. Again, you can do a complete deforestation, how much it has happened, the extent of damage, the change detection is possible through the AI platform. What it was 10 years ago and what it is today, the change detection using the AI. And then wildlife, you can use it, AI platform to detect the tiger reserves management. How many tigers are there? So you can use both the cameras which are put there as well as the images, the drone images. You will be able to track the wildlife available in a particular reserve or in the forest. So these are certain applications. Similarly, forest fire, you can detect it early and control. Otherwise, it can damage. So where it has occurred, the vulnerable spots can be predicted for predictive, the prediction as well as the preventive management. So we can do all this, forest fire, forest cover mapping and so on. So this is again environment, you can use it. Snow and glacier, particularly we lose a number of soldiers in the Himalayan belt when there is a very huge snow, then also the meteorological factor changes, the avalanches occur. So can you predict the avalanche so that the troop movement in that direction can be avoided? So there is a laboratory known as SASE, Snow and Avalanche Study Establishment, now the name is changed, and that detect using this AI platform, putting weather station in across hundreds of weather stations. They keep getting huge data. You cannot manually handle. So using the AI platform, we do a weather modeling, climate change assessment, the glacier recession, all this is done. So snow and glacier studies, you can use it. So environmental application is tremendous AI application in the environment. And then AI in image analysis. I will give some examples. The classifying and scoring, counting, tracking, distinguishing structures. So all these are various aspects. I will take it one by one. Now let me focus what we do in Amity in a focused way. I mentioned some of them while I was talking in the earlier slides. But now I will go into the details. Today Amity has got a very high computing capability, 10 petaflop. This is the configuration of the servers which you see behind, servers. And this is the first phase, 10 petaflop. Now we are going to augment to 16 petaflop and 20 petaflop, doubling the capability. This is the highest computing capability today in any university or institution. Not even IITs will have this. So we have created this, and this is the configuration which we have. And so this can do starting from machine learning, deep learning, time series analysis, brain-computer interface. We carry out studies on that, computer vision, and also convolutional neural network. So then we have also gone into Gen AI as well as transformer with attention. So we are now going to all these facets of AI using our artificial center. This is a center we have created, Center of Excellence in Artificial Intelligence. What do we do using this facility? The first thing which I mentioned, look at this image of retina. Retina is the rearmost portion of your eye, which helps in the detection, the vision. And this detection, it gets disturbed when you have pathological conditions. So retinal images, fundoscope as well as retinoscope, you can detect a macula densa. If there is a degenerative changes, you can pick up early. Retinal detachment, you can pick up early. So one is the vision which we have used this image processing and using the detection segmentation of retinal diseases. Accurately you can pick up early. And similarly in a building, if there are some cracks which is not visible to a naked eye, it can be even picked up by using such images and then analyzing the extent of cracks in the buildings. Like this, there are so many applications. Like for example, the object detections, you can use it. And in the COVID, we developed an AI platform for detecting the X-rays. Because some of the doctors or the paramedics may miss if there is a COVID infection in the lung and they seeing the extent of infection. So we used AI platform to detect the extent as well as accurately diagnose, even by a paramedic, not even a doctor, a pulmonologist. But you can, a technician can detect with the help of AI platform and then tell the doctor, please look at this in a big way. So the doctors had to handle huge number of patients. So we used AI platform, and this is all published work. Then similarly for bone mineral density, for osteoporosis, we have done work to diagnose early and give intervention, whether it's calcium or it is parathormone injections, we can increase, and not only in this knee, but also in other areas. Breast cancer, instead of using mammogram, where you are actually throwing up X-rays to the ladies, So instead, thermograph, if you use an infrared thermograph, the heat generated from the body can be measured, and the differential heat will indicate whether there is a cancerous growth. Because cancer cell is metabolically active, so the temperature will be differentially higher in that area if there is a breast cancer even at early stages. So instead of using mammograms and mammography, you can use it by using infrared thermograph, which is non-invasive, and you are not giving any gamma rays to the body. So again, breast cancer detection, we use this. So like this, there are many applications in health sector which Amity has shown. These are all published papers from Amity University. So if you Google Dr. N.K. Datta and the team, and you will find a large number of publications, 400 publications he has. Then similarly, AI-based signal and time series analysis we have used in the photocardiogram, which I mentioned. See, when you put the stethoscope on the chest, you are listening to the heart sounds, lub dub, the sound which you get. But it has got its own frequency domains, frequency compressed spectral array. If you look at it, it has got its own the power, frequency, amplitude. So all this, looking at the patterns of the photocardiogram, you will be able to see whether there is any regurgitation, valvular defects is there in the child or in adults. So you can pick up all this early using photocardiogram. So like this, you have application. In Amity University, we have shown this in schizophrenia using EEG signal. EEG signal is 10 to 200 microvolts. You have various bands like delta, theta, alpha, beta, gamma bands. By using these patterns, you will be able to see whether the patient is prone to schizophrenia or a depression or anxiety disorders, sleep disturbance, insomnia. All this can be detected. We have demonstrated that application of EEG signal processing because it's a huge data, EEG. And so we can also use it for mental health assessment using this. So like this, we have Amity is doing in these areas. Now it's also used in informatics, tabular data as well as CSV data. We use it for various applications. Like for example, socio-demographic characteristics is a huge database. So the genetic parameters and associating, doing a multivariate analysis when you have huge number of factors. So how do you build a model? So we can use it, and we use it at Amity University. We are using this. Then we are also using AI models for standalone devices. We are developing these AI-based assistive device for hearing impaired. We are now developing this under development in Amity. Similarly, cardio care, artificial intelligence-based device for cardiac health monitoring, Amity is developing. And so even in the ISRO, this is one of the area, rover, we are trying to develop the payload integration in the newer rover which is going to be used. Amity is contributing in the space exploration as well. In space exploration, we are also using for the health monitoring of the spacecraft. When you have PSLV going up, if there is a defect, something happens in the while in flight, how do you detect and then take corrective measures by the mission itself? So we have cognitive health monitoring of the spacecraft while in flight. Because it takes 22 seconds to reach the signal to reach from ground station to go up and for the response to come down. So it's 44 seconds is critical by the time spacecraft would have gone somewhere else. So we have created such capability for health monitoring of the spacecraft during in-flight. So this is another one, and then rover is another advanced rover with AI capability which can navigate the harsh areas, rocky areas, hazardous areas, and avoid it and go. So this again, Amity is working in this area. This is a very important area which DRDO gave us a project to Amity, 1 crore project. We made a startup using a scientist, Dr. Shivani Verma, and with the guidance of Professor MS Prasad. The project challenge was, in a crowd, when you look at the mob, there are thousands of people. How do you spot an antisocial element? By using the images. It could be CCTV camera images, using 4 physiological parameters. We used first is the face. Even if the face is covered, only eyes are visible. And then skeletal configuration. Everyone has got a skeletal configuration. Gestures, when you speak, the eyes, lips, and the hands, these are gestures. And the 4th one is the gait. A person when he walks, everyone has a different form of gait. So using these 4 physiological parameters, you can precisely say this is the individual. But you should have the reference memory, similar images. So we are using it for now, Army, Navy, Air Force, for security, and also paramilitary forces, police force, and the intelligence agencies. So this is a platform, AI platform, using huge database. We are able to do develop this, and now we are using it for the ships. When you look at, when I was flying over Visakhapatnam, I was able to see the ships. There are naval ships, merchant ships, steamers, boats, fishing boats, small boats. So how do you know a boat carrying an antisocial element? It could be narcotics carrying, or arms and ammunition, or an antisocial element like what happened in Bombay. So how do you identify? Using the pattern of the behavior of these boats as compared to the normal patterns. These boats will be differently behaving. So using the patterns, you can pick it up. So we are looking at maritime security using AI platform. So imagine the potentials which is available using this AI. Amity is working in all this area, and we are having an incubator which has incubated more than 1,000 companies. More than 120 startups have come out, which is doing very well. We have Amity Venture Capital available today. If a student or a faculty has got brilliant idea, that they can incubate that in our incubator. And we have allowed our faculty to also be a director of a company simultaneously. A professor or associate professor or assistant professor can also be a professor here or teaching faculty as well as director of a company. If he or she has a good ideas to our technologies, business incubation, we can do it. So we have created that ecosystem to churn out more startups to come from Amity. So this is another application Amity is doing, looking at the safe landing zone in the runways, safe landing zones, or if there is a foreign object on the runway, that how do you detect using 3. One is millimetric wave, one sensor, optical image is one, third is thermal sensor. So using this, a foreign object can be detected using AI platform. What is the size of this, what is the nature of this foreign, then immediately remove it. So this is all possibility. You can imagine for national security, and Amity is working in all this. Similarly, in the Gaganyaan, which is going to, we have submitted a proposal to ISRO for the health of the 3 or 4 astronauts who will go to space. How do you assess the postures of this using the AI platform which we have created for detecting antisocial elements? Here the behavior can be used, and also health monitoring using a smartwatch, and the postures. Can you assess the health and the facial expression? Can you detect the health of the Gaganauts? So we are doing a project with ISRO on this, and also for the design of all-weather foreign object detection, which I mentioned. You can detect it. Suppose there's a screw lying there, or just a plug top lying on the runway. How do you detect it and then immediately remove? Using those 3 important things which I said: millimetric wave and optical images using cameras, as well as thermal images. So like this, we have hyperspectral fusion using lidar and lidar. We are doing a data fusion using AI. And Amity is also working on the ship detection, which I mentioned, and also the Martian atmosphere detection. Then we are also working on the debris management. See, there are 37,000 debris floating around in space, because whenever you send a satellite, then after its life, it's just moving there, it is there as a debris. So how do we manage these debris? And when you are sending a mission, this debris can come and hit the spacecraft and damage the whole mission, and then create more debris. So we have now using AI platform at what orbit they are, what is the size, up to 10 centimeter size. We have mapped out all the debris, 37,000, and then the size, characteristics, shapes, and all this have been identified. And then you can deorbit some of them to a lower altitude and burn it out. And close to Earth orbit, when it comes, all this debris can be burnt out. And some we can scavenge it and bring it down and bury it in the sea. So like this, we are now looking at how do we manage this debris. Amity is working in this debris management as well. Dr. Anil Kumar from ISRO Center in Bangalore, he is the collaborator with Amity University on this project. Then satellite image analysis using Google Earth Engine. So these are, I can go on enlisting, but now I will just skip some of them. This Amity is working also in crop disease management, the patterns, using the visual drone images. You can flow close to the surface and then assess the health of the leaves, thereby predict the disease, what infection has happened in tomato plant, a tomato crop for example. So such things in pattern recognition and SAR images we can use, including LiDAR images in certain applications. Then for vaccine development, if you have more than 200 candidates, how would you be able to downstream to a potential 2 or 3 candidates which will have more efficacy and better, the side effects will be less. And so we have now developed an AI platform with the US, which is, we have one in the Texas, we were able to develop using Baylor College of Medicine and also Amity working together. We have been able to develop it, and this is now available for the pharmaceutical industry. This I mentioned for the X-ray detection, and then now I will finish it in 5 minutes, then we can have some discussion. And this SDG 2, zero hunger, precision farming, genetically modified crops, all this using AI, you will be able to address the SDG goals and also remove the hunger. Even India, we have reduced the poverty from which used to be about 27% people below poverty line. Now it has become 8.5%. So where we are also using AI tools, one of the applications is also to reduce the hunger. Then good health and well-being, I mentioned in medical technology so much is being used. Clean water and sanitation, including desalination, smart irrigation system I mentioned. So you see how much AI has the potential to be used in meeting the sustainable development goals. Affordable and clean energy, and also sustainable cities and communities. You now associate whatever I said earlier slides, that it has relevance to SDG goals. And then SDG 12, responsible consumption and production. Again, all this, whatever I mentioned earlier, life on land, climate action plan, to become carbon neutral by 2070. The action plans and implementation monitoring can all happen through AI. Then I will show the government initiatives which you all should be aware. The government of India has established a national AI strategy, Niti Aayog, which is now the major think tank for our whole nation. They have launched AI for All, that national AI strategy by Niti Aayog. You must read about this. Center of Research Excellence and Center of Excellence to foster research and collaboration is again another effort from Government of India. Then Digital India Initiative to improve governance, enhance service delivery, boost digital economy. Now everything what you see in phone pay or digital payment which is coming directly from government to the people using the banking system, it's all working through the AI and data analytics. Skill development, training programs and resources to upskill and develop human resource like you to come into the field of AI and develop new tools, newer applications. So they have a program on that. Then Artificial Intelligence and Robotics Technology Park has been established, and also we are developing a responsible AI and youth program. And MeitY has started this program, and this is the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. which is now driving this mission to create human resource. So you can harness those programs. So please look into that. There are a lot of opportunities are available, but then how do we harness these opportunities? And these are achievements which we have already used AI in some of them, traffic management, what we are using. The signals can be optimized to function using AI platforms. And the challenges. Now what slide I have put on challenges. The first thing is data quality. Because after all, AI using data, what you input, it will only look at that. Data purity and also data reliability is very important, because the data sets are the starting raw material for the AI application. So that is where one of the challenges is in India, particularly the data quality. How do you mine the purity of pure data? Algorithmic complexity and model accuracy and scalability is another in AI. Is how do you develop a complex model like weather predictions or climate prediction? Sometimes it doesn't prove. They will say that it will rain today, it may not rain. Because there is so much of complexity in meteorological data and the regional data and the global data. And so it impacts each other. So how do we see the reliability? Then bias and fairness, algorithmic bias and transparency is another challenge which we need to address. Then privacy and security, data privacy. Suppose you use Alexa, and Alexa when you use, it's listening to you. Suppose, how do we buy a house? Where do we buy it? Immediately you will see the advertisement coming to you on your mobile, that these are opportunities available. That means somebody is listening to you. The AI is listening to you and suggesting. So privacy gets sometimes impacted by such devices in AI. Another challenge, how do you do the privacy protection? And then you also look at some of the ethical issues, very important ethical issues. Even in the politics, in the recent elections, there was one allegation that AI was used to create social engineering to impact the trend which was changed very fast. So again, using AI platform, you can do such unwanted things also. Or masking, or faking a figure or an image is possible. One body and some other space is shown there. Or some other's voice is shown. Your lip movement is yours, but the voice is somebody else. So all this is possible with this AI tool. So that is where the ethical challenges come in. How do we use AI in an ethical manner? Then public perception and trust, because with all the challenges, people are hesitant to use it the way they should be able to use it. How do we build that trust and confidence among the public with the potentials of its usage? And finally, the regulatory and legal and compliance standards. So these are all challenges, but human mind is such that it can find a solution for every problem. So I'm sure we'll find the solution. Finally, the message I'm saying is a golden era for AI. So you will have to harness this opportunity available, and AI for meeting global challenges and SDGs, I highlighted them. And then comprehensive AI strategy, we need a national policy and public-private partnership, and also invest more in AI research and development. I'm sure your GMR IT will also invest more in this area. That's why they are organizing this conference. Build the AI talent and skills. So we need more human resources who are skilled, knowledgeable, who will create new AI tools and find newer applications. Then promote ethical and responsible AI, encourage AI adoption in all spheres of life. Now I will quote Arun Pichai, Sundar Pichai, who is the CEO of the AI, one of the top experts. He says artificial intelligence will have a more profound impact on humanity than fire, electricity, and internet, which it had once upon a time. It is going to change all that kind of impact it is going to have. But then only thing, we need to look at the ethical and regulatory issues. So I will conclude with this, saying that best wishes to you, and thank you so much for this opportunity to share.
Thank you very much, sir, for such an insightful keynote lecture. Now it's open for queries to the audience.
I want particularly youngsters, the students who are now 3rd, 4th semester, 6th semester, 7th semester, any suggestion? You people should be asking questions, giving new thoughts, suggesting something. Because you people are more intelligent than all of us. Brilliant. You are brilliant. Any girl student? Anyone? Just raise your hand. Boys? That means you have understood everything or you have not understood anything. Yeah, break the ice.
So with kind permission, I would like to ask a question.
Yeah, please.
What is the role of AI in bringing back the Starliner Boeing and bringing back the Sunita Williams safely? I mean, is it possible to bring back Sunita Williams safely? What is the role of AI there in finding out the problem?
Yes. So now in the International Space Station, one of our own country origin, PIO, is there in that International Space Station. And now we have so much of the SpaceX and Elon Musk is not able to send a rescue vehicle to go there and bring in time. So hope that it will be solved on one side. The other one is AI can use similar experience, it needs experience because you need a reference data for such failures. How was it addressed earlier? If there are so many data sets available, it's easy to say, use this pattern and then rescue the astronaut from there to bring it to the space. But otherwise now they will be working on the problem of the spacecraft just to go and rescue this person. And I'm sure they will be using their own application. It need not be only AI. AI need not to solve every problem. So they will be addressing how to send this spacecraft to the International Space Station and bring this astronaut back. And this is possible because we know where it is located, and you will be able, now it is a reusable platforms available to go there and bring them, and hopefully that they will be overcoming all the challenges which they have now. And they will be also using data analytics and AI to resolve the problems in their spacecraft. They will be soon able to send it over there, and then global experience will also be available. And today it is one country, or US is not alone. We will give from ISRO, we will be giving our inputs. Similarly from every country, European space agencies and Japanese space agencies, everyone is trying to give some input. Hopefully it will resolve soon. And AI can use in correcting the problems with the spacecraft, which is to go there and bring it. So that is the AI application will be there, and I hope that the problem will be solved soon.
Sir, one question is there, sir. We are hearing nowadays a lot of layoff is happening in many companies, especially in IT sector and others also. And companies are saying that we are doing the layoff to improve the efficiency of the company, but we are getting the report that AI is also behind this. So, what is your view on this?
See, AI can replace some of the monotonous activities which a human being has been doing, whether it is in manufacturing sector, because routinely keeping this, keeping it here, keeping it, we are employing people. So if the machine can do, then that person will be unemployed, or one or two people who are doing packaging or manufacturing. But then they can be used, reskilled to do a better job, more efficiently. But the monotonous, he can make a mistake. Human being, human error can also make a mistake. But here it can be with precision, you can avoid. First thing is, you can do faster, it won't take rest, because till such time it needs a maintenance, it will keep on doing. Whereas this person has to go for a tea, for a lunch, for this. So the efficiency one side it improves, The second is it also gives an opportunity for this human being to be reskilled to do a better job or more efficient job where it is required, where human intelligence is required, not just only manual which has to be done. So the layoff would be there, but then it's also an ethical moral responsibility for the system to see that how do we reskill them and then re-employ them or put them in a different job where they are suited for. So this kind of alternate arrangements in the management and governance is necessary, but certainly there are, across the globe, the AI has taken many jobs, which is routine, monotonous, hazardous, and now that is being done by the machines. And like robots, instead of sending a super inside, and then sometimes they get killed, so can you send a robot? And so that will do the cleaning, whatever is required. So you are replacing the job of a sewer, but then you are removing the risk of that human life, which is going to be exposed to carbon monoxide, methane, and other gases available. So we should look for where the hazard, monotonous nature, and where the efficiency is required, use the AI. But then these people have to be reskilled to do something that sewer can be doing a sweeping job outside. But then that is the responsibility of the state or the private owner or the system to take care of them. That's a moral and ethical responsibility to retrain, reskill, and see that their lives are not respected. But certainly layoffs are happening and will happen, but there is again a challenge which we need to address collectively, that how do we also take care of the lives of their families as well as them. It's a good question, but it's a challenge.
There is a mad rush towards AI. There is a mad rush towards AI. Like students want to every college that AI-based courses only. How to bring this out of the bubble? How to approach for this?
See, at least for another 100 years, I can say the AI will keep growing. The reason is AI has not yet reached its potential in terms of its own power as a tool. Because various types, it's evolving, right from, as I said, machine learning, deep learning, generative AI, transformer, and attention. So it's growing every day, newer dimension of AI keep coming. So you need human resource to mine the potentials of AI and develop the tools to mine them. So this is where human resource should develop newer tools. Then as I said, in every aspect of life, AI is going to come. So you need that human resource to see the application, be it in agriculture. You may need apps to be developed which will be friendly with the farmers, to use water resource management and irrigation. He should know how to use this AI tool. So you need people to also show the application, create awareness, and also help them to easily user-friendly way to apply that knowledge. So this is also huge opportunity available, which is minuscule. We have been able to realize those potentials. Similarly, in health sector, AI qualified people need to be there to interpret the information. So what I want to say is the requirement of human resource, not only to generate newer tools in AI, but also to apply in different facets of life, you need large number. So don't worry, they are not going to be unemployed. And this will be an additional information, additional knowledge and the competence and skill you are giving to our students. So please generate that human wealth, because globally they are required. It is just not only in India. You will require such people across the globe. There will be advertisement coming from different countries for people. This population is here, young population. So that is there. Don't worry that their employments will be huge. It's available for the AI experts. So do churn out a large number of skilled, knowledgeable, and creative AI experts. Yeah, I see a girl raising their hand. Just introduce yourself, which course you are.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
I am Navyasri from AI/ML branch.
Very good.
Yeah, my question is, there are so many unsolved cases and crimes are happening day by day. So how does AI play? What role does AI play in solving those crimes or cases, or in the domain of law and enforcement?
Very good question. Let's give a big clap to it. See, today, all the legal decisions are available in digital platform. Many of them have been digitized. Because you need the data sets for a similar case, how the investigations were done, right from forensic data, and then how it was defended in the court of law. Which are the laws relevant to this? So every information related to a crime can be seen from these data sets available globally, not only in India. So the lawyers, it's easy to track out which judgment was given for a similar case in India, abroad. So they can pick it up and argue in the court of law and then defend the cases. So this type of opportunity is available because now the digitization of all that knowledge which is available in the legal system is on the digital platform, which can be harnessed by the advocates, lawyers. And in fact, day before yesterday in the RRSC, they showed the application of the legal system. How do we increase the accuracy of judgment? Even judges can use and those database which is available to take their own decision using the way the cases have been discussed by the various lawyers. So it has got a legal system as well, a lot of application. The AI has tremendous application which can be harnessed. Good question.
Sir, it's me, Dr. S. Yusuf from Lakhedi College of Engineering. In the weather prediction, good morning, sir. It's me, Dr. S. Yusuf, Professor, Lakhedi College of Engineering. In weather prediction, you said that data analysis will be taken. So, what is the type of the data? Past data, present data, or data a few days ahead of the calamity?
Yes. See, Dr. Yusuf, the climate modeling, it needs a large number of data. What is regional data? Whether it is precipitation, rainfall, temperature, humidity, wind velocity, coastal atmospheric data. Because climate modeling is very complex. That is where the accuracy and prediction of the weather becomes a challenge, because there are some local events, there are some global events which impinges the local events. So that is where the complexity in climate modeling, weather modeling comes. So the weather forecasting, earlier the power of handling this data and microsets of database or data sets were not available. But today you can do a better weather modeling and your predictions are increasing much better today because the ability to handle huge data sets and integrate them to derive a knowledge out of it or predicting. Looking at the trends, this AI platform looks at what happened in the last 20-30 years, the trend. They look at the trend and then project that this will be if these conditions occur, this is what is the weather which will be there. So they use this associating the earlier retrospective analysis of the huge database and then predicting the weather. So now the accuracy has increased, much increased. Whether it is an extreme weather prediction or the routine, everyday weather predictions, the accuracy has very significantly improved using the AI and data handling.
Thank you, sir. One more doubt. You said that in the removal of the space debris, the debris orbit is lowered. How is it possible at present, as they are in the rotating? And if it is possible like that, why it is not happened in the past? And what's the methods we are going to do for the lowering of the orbits?
Yeah. See, it's a good question. Let's clap for you, sir. See, as I said, the debris are plenty there. And I said there's debris above 10 centimeter is 37,000 in the low Earth orbit, LEO itself, because where we have put many satellites over there, and also GEO, some of them. So in this, how do you manage the debris? One, I said, you can deorbit. Deorbit it, bring it too close to Earth, it burns out because of that. Heat it generates, it just burns out depending on the nature of the debris. And you can do also scavenge it. Now what we are trying to do as a global consortium, can you put it in a net? So if I'm going to put a satellite, first thing is it should produce minimal debris. This is International Space Law. International Space Law, according to that, if you are launching a satellite, I should have a plan to deorbit or bring it down or put it in the sea. So this is becoming a law to minimize the debris. But the scavenging is also possible that you can scavenge. It's moving at the velocity, but you can always have method to scavenge it and then also either deorbit it. Because each satellite has got a liquid fuel. You can just change the orbit. If you want to raise it, then it is alive, in the sense it's active. You can just fire a motor and raise the orbit, or fire a motor and then lower the orbit. It is possible using the liquid fuel, which is put inside all this. So while it's going to lose its life and you are going to finish it off, and you can destroy it also. There is also a method for self-destruction. Now we are looking at self-destruction also, and which is possible using again the AI, which is possible even in the spacecraft. When it's going up, if it is going to be, the crew compartment is ejected out and then the spacecraft is damaged so that it doesn't affect the population here down below. So like this debris management, now we are looking at various methods. Scavenging is, we call it as a octopus, mission octopus, like the arms which will go and just engulf and then bring it down. So there is another mission happening like this. So debris management is deorbiting as well as scavenging. Currently these are the two methods. And self-destruction.
Thank you very much, sir.
We'll end the session right now as we are running short of time.
Maybe the last question from the boys school. Our team, our university, GRIT. Which department, which year?
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
I am CH Moli from the CSC department. So my question is, nowadays most of the companies are using AI models for the sorting and filtering of resumes. So in what extent we should trust that AI models for the sorting and filtering these resumes, sir? So because we cannot trust all the times for the sorting these resumes, no, sir. It may fail for some of the times.
Yes. So let's give a big clap to this. Very brilliant question. See, sorting is again a mechanical job. But it has to be done accurately. It comes in many fields, sorting. Sorting in a postman, when you are sorting out different places, because we given different sectors, you sort out. Same way manufacturing. You find some defective pieces, you have to sort it out, identify and sort it out, sorting. So like this sorting, and again, when you do a manufacturing of an automobile, using robotic manufacturing, it sorts out which component has to be picked up from which area to bring it here. So sorting is a very important function which uses the AI in a big way. But in the sorting, it is how you teach the machine. So your algorithms has to be in such a way to reduce the anomaly. You should be able to detect anomaly and then improve upon the software which you have developed or algorithm which you have developed. So AI keeps on evolving. As you find that there are mistakes being committed by using your algorithm, you improve upon that. You develop a better algorithm. So that is how the sorting accuracy by using AI platform can be improved, detecting the anomaly and correcting it over a period of time. So it will slowly evolve and you can do it by improving it, and accuracy will increase further. Thank you so much. Thanks for every one of you for this great answer.
Thank you very much, sir. Now I request all the dignitaries to go to the boardroom too, and also request all participants to take refreshments. And after refreshments, please move